Schoen. What's good, y'all? Fist Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fist Schoen while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Alright, check this out. Joe Schoen out here making moves. Joe Schoen out here doing the damn thing, okay? Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I was about to start calling you Sleepy Joe if you wouldn't start making some moves. So he went out there. He got us a nice, I won't even call him a rotational defensive lineman because Justin Ellis was so trash. I'm not gonna call him trash. He was just there. He wasn't trash, but he was just there. So anybody who I can say isn't just there to be there is an upgrade. So he goes out, gets a defensive tackle from Tampa Bay to upgrade Ellis. I was like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nice solid players, an upgrade from what we had. But a week ago you told me we were not shopping for minimum players. All right, Joe Schoen, you promised me steak and shrimp, and you taking to me McDonald's right now. Big Fists don't eat McDonald's. Okay? I don't. I want that steak and shrimp. I want the champagne. I want the $50 cheesecake when I'm done eating. That's what I want here. I want to be wined and dined. This is what you promised me. So, a couple hours later, get an alert on my phone, and we got that monster out of Indianapolis. All right, shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe Schoen, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, what we doing right now? I see Tremaine Edwards got overpaid to go to Chicago. I'm like, okay, that's cool. He ain't worth $72 million with $72 million in his pocket. Because the last time I saw Tremaine Edwards, he was getting ran on by freaking Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon. They couldn't stop the run for nothing in Buffalo, so he can't be that good. So we go out and we get the boy Bobby O. I'm not going to try and pronounce his last name. Big Fist is just going to call him Bobby O. We went out and got the boy Bobby O out of Indianapolis. He is about to enter his prime. He's going into his 5th year. This is a 3rd round pick in 2019 who has literally gotten better every single stinking season. Okay, so this is a guy who had 65 tackles as a rookie. Then he had 72 as a sophomore, and that was at right linebacker. Okay, so peep this. That was it, the right linebacker. He was an outside backer. Then they put him on the inside last season. And last season he had 132 tackles. His first year playing inside linebacker, 2021. And then this season, his 2nd year playing inside linebacker, had 151 tackles. He's an animal. He's a machine. And he could defend tight ends. He could play pass coverage. And he's a thumper. He gonna hit you. He gonna knock your block off. All right, so I like this guy. This is what the Giants was missing because our run defense was pathetic. It was an abomination. I was ashamed to call it run defense because it didn't deserve to have the word run and defense in the same sentence with each other. It was sad. We all saw the Philadelphia Eagles run the ball on us like we was a college team. You would think it was a Philadelphia Eagles versus Daniel Jones Duke team the way they was just running the ball on us. It was embarrassing. And now I don't have to watch Jalen Smith run to the left when the run is all the way to the freaking right. Jalen Smith couldn't hit the right hole if he had a box of condoms, a map, and she spread her legs out and gave him directions. He still couldn't hit the right hole. I'm so sick of Jalen Smith running the wrong way, I want to go put a dang on jersey on to play linebacker. So thank God we don't got to worry about that no more. Okay, the boy Bobby O is going to solidify the inside linebacker position, and we're going to be straight. All right, so now that we taking care of the middle linebacker spot, we got some depth on the defensive line to go with Big Cat and Dexter Lawrence. I kind of feel like we're clearing the way to draft the wide receiver at 25. Because you don't give a guy 4 years, $4 million, $40 million, and that's not the future of your linebacker position. So our linebackers at the moment We're going to have Beavers coming off the ACL surgery, and we're going to have Bobby O. Those are the inside. Outside, we got Ojolari, we got Kayvon. And then in the middle, we already know, we got Big Dex, we got Big Cat, and we got Mr. Big Nunez, okay? We got them big boys in the front. So that's what our front seven is looking like at the moment, Giants fans. That's not too bad. Especially when Ojolari is healthy, Kayvon's on another level. So when you got Ojolari and Kayvon healthy, we're hitting the passer. We in Dexter Lawrence in the middle. I ain't worrying about the pass rush. Our pass rush is nice. It was the run defense. It doesn't matter how good Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams are at it's plugging the holes. Like, okay, how do I explain this? When the Ravens had Haloti Nada, right? And Calais Campbell and them dudes. Like, not Calais Campbell. This is before Calais Campbell. When Haloti Nada was doing his thing in Baltimore, Haloti Nada's job was to free up Ray Lewis. Okay, Vince Wilfork's job back in the day was to free up Teddy Bruschi. Casey Hampton's job was to free up Lawrence Timmons and James Ferrier on those great Steeler defenses. That's the job of the defensive tackle. His job is to free up for the linebacker. I'll bring it back to the Giants. Freddie Robbins, Barry Cofield, all right, for the Giants fans. Their job was to open up holes for Antonio Pierce. Okay, so when you're on the defensive line, you take up, you basically soak up the offensive line. You soak up the offensive line so those linebackers can shoot through the gaps and hit those running backs untouched. That's what the fat boys do. Our linebackers wasn't taking advantage of the greatness of Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams. You should not have a run defense as bad as the Giants when you got two of the premier defensive linemen in the entire NFL. How many tandems can you name at on the defensive line better than Dexter Lawrence and Cat Williams? And we still couldn't stop the run because our linebackers were dumb. They didn't know which way to run. They didn't know which holes to hit. They just didn't know. They didn't know. All right, so I'm happy we got a real linebacker. Thank God. Shout out to Joe Schoen. He's making moves. Like I said, I'm 50-50 with Odell, fellas. But some Jerry Jeudy reports came out today. We already knew he was pursuing Jerry Jeudy at the deadline. We'll see. I don't really want Jeudy. If we're going to give up a second round pick, can we just go get Hopkins? Please, can we get DeAndre Hopkins if we're going to give up a second round pick? I'm sorry, but let's just keep it $150. All right, and then but for the most part, I think we're going wide receiver in the draft. I think he's clearing the decks for that. Oh, and we re-signed the punter, and can't forget about that. But whatever, that's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you're rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.